What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Wrestling Talk discussion. This is the Rational Wrestling Mark, and also known as the Rational Wrestling Viewer. Make sure to like the video, subscribe today, and we're about to get right into the topic. And today's topic is going to be, is the WWE smart enough to have LA Knight win Money in the Bank? As well as, will IYO SKY be Miss Money in the Bank? Now, those two are my clear predictions to win Money in the Bank this year. IYO SKY on the women's side and LA Knight on the men's side. Now, it's being reported that Damian Priest is also the favorite to win Money in the Bank. Now, Damian Priest, if you saw Raw a couple weeks ago, he lost to Seth Rollins in the world title match, right? And I don't see him winning Money in the Bank at all. Seems to me that the Judgment Day could be breaking up pretty soon, or they may just maybe replacing Damian Priest with somebody else. And, they're teasing that. So I don't see it. Damian Priest winning Money in the Bank. Ricochet, Shinsuke Nakamura, Santos Escobar, Butch. I don't see any of those guys winning Money in the Bank at all. And for the first time, when it comes to the men's Money in the Bank, you have all mid-carders, right? You have all mid-carders. With the exception of Damian Priest, who has somewhat broken into the main event scene. Not all the way, but you can say that he's on his way to the main event scene, right? But I'm looking at LA Knight. I'm looking at how popular he is. I'm looking at how over he is, right? He clearly has a connection with the crowd. The crowd seems to mess with LA Knight. Every time he comes out, this man comes out, he is constantly getting a great reaction. The crowd is responding to him, chanting along his catchphrase. And the guy's very charismatic on top of that. He knows how to talk, which is good. Every wrestler should know how to talk. He can go in the ring. He can make you care. That's something really important. And ever since the whole Bray Wyatt feud, it has somewhat messed up LA Knight. It didn't do LA Knight any favors. But you can definitely say that coming out of it, LA Knight looks better. Obviously he didn't look great coming out of it immediately, but it seems to me that they're in the direction of giving LA Knight a push, right? And my prediction is he's gonna win Money in the Bank. And when he does win Money in the Bank, who would I have him cash the briefcase on? Not any mid-card champion. No. That would just be lazy. That would be a waste of the Money in the Bank. Whoever holds that briefcase, they should never cash in on the mid-card title because that is a waste. It's a dumb idea. It wastes the concept of what the Money in the Bank is. It actually defeats the purpose of the Money in the Bank. Because when you hold on to the Money in the Bank briefcase, you are guaranteed a world title shot. Any place, any time of your choosing. So why would you go after a mid-card title with that briefcase? You have the option, of course, but wouldn't you want to go after the main title? So LA Knight will most likely go after either Roman Reigns or Seth Rollins. Now, the obvious choice is Seth Rollins, right? Because Out of Roman and Seth, LA Knight believably can cash in on Seth, not Roman, because Roman hasn't lost. He hasn't lost a match like one-on-one back in 2019. To have LA Knight win Money in the Bank and then have him go cash in on Roman and he pins Roman, that would just be a waste. Because obviously that win deserves to go to Cody Rhodes when it's all said and done. You know? So LA Knight, in my opinion, should cash in on Seth Rollins when he wins. And the World Heavyweight Championship really is supposed to represent guys who are not as pushed, but they're popular, right? They don't have a lot of direction because there's only one world title, and that's being hogged by a part-timer like Roman Reigns. You need a world title on Raw, right? And having a champion like Seth Rollins that's on the shows every week defending the belt, which is giving the belt more prestige, more value, and it's going to give guys like LA Knight, guys like Damian Priest, Shinsuke Nakamura, Ricochet, a Gunther, a Drew McIntyre to fight for. You know? They don't have to wait on Roman Reigns to get a title shot, you know? So I can definitely see LA Knight cashing in on Seth Rollins. Will it happen right away? Like at Money in the Bank a month later? No. I see this Money in the Bank cash-in playing out until WrestleMania. WrestleMania a little bit earlier or a little bit after WrestleMania. He's definitely not going to cash in right away. I would be surprised if they had LA Knight cash in right away on a Seth Rollins. But yeah, man, he's a clear favorite to win. I mean, who are you going to have? Ricochet win Money in the Bank? I mean, let's be honest, Ricochet, as good as he is in the ring, entertaining he is to watch, fun, is, you know, he's very fun to watch, but it's not his time. You know, they try to give Shinsuke a shot. They try to, you know, give him a chance, but obviously it just wouldn't work. Or at the time Vince was booking Shinsuke, it wasn't working. You know, Damian Priest already lost to Seth Rollins, so it wouldn't make sense for him to be, you know, to win Money in the Bank. And you can't think for 1 second that the Money in the Bank winner this year is going to cash in on Roman and successfully beat Roman. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. So you definitely don't see Butch winning or Santos Escobar winning. It's not their time yet. You know. But the briefcase is obviously going to LA Knight. So when it comes to the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, do you think that IYO SKY will win the briefcase? Out of all the 6 women, so far they only have 5 women. Zoe Stark, Zelina Vega, Becky Lynch, IYO SKY, and Bayley. But if she loses to Shotzi on SmackDown, then she got to give up her spot, and Shotzi replaces her in the Money in the Bank match. But I don't know who the last woman is going to be. It possibly could be a Raquel Rodriguez, maybe. I don't know. Who they make the last participant. But this one too, I see IYO SKY winning. And she was the first one to come out and confront Asuka after Asuka won the title from Bianca, and they got into a verbal barrage in Japanese, of course. So that's a match personally I want to see for SummerSlam. IYO SKY and Asuka. So when IYO SKY, if she wins Money in the Bank, she's going to cash in on Asuka. That's a definite. She's definitely going to cash in on Asuka. And with that being said, that should be your SummerSlam match for the WWE Women's Championship. So, when I look at the Money in the Bank ladder match, I like the odds with LA Knight winning and IYO SKY, because it's about time they give IYO SKY a push. They give her, some momentum, and have her break away from Damage Control. Eventually, Bayley's going to turn on her, because every time IYO SKY looks like she's about to win, Bayley's there to cost her the match. And I wouldn't be surprised if Bayley costs IYO SKY the match. Like, if Bayley loses to Shotzi, and then she deliberately screws over IYO SKY, her own, tag team partner at the Money in the Bank, out of jealousy, because she lost her spot, and now IYO SKY she's still in the match, right? So I can definitely see that happening too. Bayley costing her the match out of anger, out of jealousy, and someone else wins Money in the Bank. I don't see Becky winning, because Becky might, Trish obviously will have something to say about that. Zoe Stark, it's not her time yet. She has a long way to go. Zelina Vega could win. She definitely could win. Maybe. But I don't. She's already lost to Asuka, and she lost to Rhea Ripley. So if she were to cash in, I doubt it would be successful. But once again, you don't want to waste a Money in the Bank cash in. You don't. You want these two Money in the Bank winners to be successful in them cashing in on the champion of their choosing, right? But yeah, the only woman I see winning is IYO SKY. Like, the two Money in the Bank ladder matches, I feel like, are predictable. And it's a good thing and a bad thing. I don't see anybody else winning except LA Knight. Same with the women. I don't see anybody else winning except IYO SKY. There's nobody else that's really qualified to win that match. So, with that being said, give me your thoughts down below. What do you think? Who you think should win Money in the Bank from the men's side and the women's side? Comment down below your thoughts and opinions. And make sure y'all like the video for the algorithm. Money in the Bank is shaping up to be a very interesting show. It was announced that Roman and Solo will face the Usos at Money in the Bank, the Bloodline Civil War, and you already know that's going to be the main event. So that's definitely going to steal the show. Probably the main reason you want to watch Money in the Bank, with the exception of the ladder matches. But it's also going to be in London. So London is notoriously a more energetic crowd than in the States. In fact, anywhere they go, like any country that the WWE goes, the crowd is going to be a lot more energetic and more lively. Like, let's be honest. London is a lit crowd. They are really lit. And they be showing love, man. They definitely be showing love. That's for sure. So I'm looking forward to Money in the Bank. I'm looking forward to see who's going to actually win. And, to see if they pull any surprises, to see if they do anything different from what everybody else has been predicting. It's always good to be surprised, but I was expecting initially for Cody Rhodes to be in Money in the Bank. But if Cody was in Money in the Bank, you definitely cannot say that Cody would not win. Cody would be a shoo-in to win that match if he was in it, but unfortunately he's not. So obviously the winner got to go to LA Knight. So, well, folks, that's all. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. This is the Rational Wrestling Mark, also known as the Rational Wrestling Viewer. Like the video for the algorithm, subscribe today, and I'm out. Peace.